So we're going to show you how quick and easy we can list thousands of dollars, literally, worth of merchandise. Hey, it's Don. We're going to show you some items and show you the process to get them up on eBay. How quick, how easy, how simple it is to do. Listing your items is the simplest thing out there. Once you have all the other stuff done, it's literally the least time consuming by far any day of the week. We can image 100 different items in 5 minutes, maybe 10 if we wanted really high DPI on them, and we can list 45 or 50 of those same images, those same items in the same hour. So it's very simple to do if you set yourself up. So I'm actually scanning some cards. These are some higher dollar cards. These have been in inventory for quite some time. These individual cards, which we'll show you in a few moments here, this is from a series that can sell in the $300 to $500 a piece. And I've got, I don't know, most of the set, they're Shakespeare, and they're from Schlitz beer from 1880s-ish, but there's some other very high dollar ones in here. I saved all the high dollar ones to list together to draw the most attention to them and our store, and that usually does work. Now we're going to scan these, and I'm literally just going to use the handy dandy scanner, and I had a few cards we were going to do first. Let's do these here first, just to get an idea. And this is a rare card I'm scanning right here. It's from the original Pillsbury company before they were how they are these days, from the 1870s or 80s. So let's line this up here. And once you start the scan process here, you can keep doing a whole bunch all at the same time. I do valuable paper in here quite often. I've never had an issue with it. It is literally this simple. It will line them up straight if you so wish. And you can do quite a few of them. It knows when the card ends, so you don't have to worry about doing something like that. Here's a nice one. Now, if you're careful, you can slide this over. I've got it set at a higher DPI too, so if I wanted to do these much quicker, I could literally change the DPI on them. It's some nice cards here. This is Pet Cigarettes. It's two cats playing pool. But anyway, we're going to hop over. We'll show you the application I use to do this. This is the duplex scanner. It just scanned both sides of the item all at the same time. So it's quick, easy. I don't know how many I did here, just a handful, but again, my DPI is high. If you want to do a whole bunch, you lower the DPI to like 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 cards, so I did 18 images in just that few moments there what the machine was on. Let's hop over and show you the app. We're going to list a few of these as well, because I get that question all the time. So usually while I'm doing this, I have something open. I just happen to have my playlist for 90s Alternative running right now. I'm going to open up my scanner. And I have several scanners tied to the very same app. Epson Scan works great. And with a couple of the earlier versions of the DS scanners, it offers a couple thickness settings in a couple different spots, as well as on the actual scanner itself. And I think that works better than some of the newer ones, to be honest with you. But we're going to use an Epson DS510 today. Now, once you have it pop up here, there's some glitch in here. And sometimes some of the buttons don't show up on here. But if you hit Alt on your keyboard, you will see them instantly pop up. It took me a while to figure that out, but anyway, it works fine other than that one single solitary glitch. We're going to scan just a few from this end so you can see them from a different angle here, just to give you an idea on how quick and easy some of these scans are with these. And let me pick out just a couple better looking cards here to scan. So we're going to get one lined up. And we are going to save them. Now, you can save them in a ton of different places. This one's going into a file here. I'm using the JPEG file name, and saving it as a JPEG. You can actually save it as a TIFF, PDF, or whatever the case may be you wish to do, but obviously JPEG's the most beneficial. Open image folder after scanning. I want that to happen just to make sure that everything is in the right spot. Going to click yes. Again, if that is gone for some reason, so once we're back here, we're just going to hit scan, and it's going to start cranking these through the scanner. So again, it's scanning both sides of the card at the very same time, automatically. It saves you a ton of time. It's scanning a whole bunch, so you're not going to see anything until I am finished here. So it's just finishing scanning these up. It's going to open them up in the folder that they are in just a second here. I can literally just zoom in on one of these here. Let's open it up so you can see it. So it's all scanned, all ready to go, and these are the scans that I'm going to use to list my items. I can do hundreds of scans like this at a little lower DPI in moments. You can do easily 100 listings worth, 200 images in maybe 10 minutes or less, depending on the DPI. You could probably crunch that down to about 3 minutes or less, 200 images using a duplex scanner at a low DPI. So let's just list a couple of items here out of this lot, just to give you an idea. Now, it doesn't take much to list anything these days, straight from eBay. I don't use any third-party app. I have no need to use a third-party app. It's no big deal time-wise for me to do pretty much any listing on eBay. In my personal opinion, I can list, geez, like 50 pieces of paper in like 1 hour easily, and keep that up for multiple hours throughout the day. Now, I'm just looking for a spot to store this before I list it. It's always good to have a location. So I've just pulled an empty spot. I've written this down to what we're listing today, so I shouldn't have any issues here. So 1880s. We'll change the photo in just a second here. We're going to list those Schlitz Milwaukee beer cards. And let's see here. They're Shakespeare. And it's Richard III, Victorian trade card, and that's literally about it. Fix that spelling issue there. So now we're going to go ahead and delete the photos, delete, and now we can pop the other ones back in. Just remember where they are at. And they're there. We're going to slide down. I just grabbed a couple, so we're going to, this looks like it right here. You can bring them both in at the same time. I'm actually going to add one more to them. I'm just going to pop in here so I can do a zoom in on it. Just make sure I get the right one. And now I've uploaded 2 of the front, so I can come back here. I can edit the first one. Make sure I'm on the first one. We can rotate it. I could have rotated it in the actual system. I could have set it to auto rotate as well. And we're just going to crop it down and use the best part of the card as the main image here, because that's really a nice looking piece of art right there. It doesn't need anything else. I'm going to leave it, save it. Second image, we just need to rotate. Now we're going to go to the last one. Again, just rotate the image. I could have put it into the scanner correctly and it wouldn't have been rotated as much. There's many different ways you can put it in. We're just running through to give you the gist on it. It only takes a moment, in all honesty, so we're going to save it. Done. And that's the photos. That's the title. I don't need a custom SKU. My storage location is in P90 in the title. It's already in the correct themed section. I could actually change this and put this in a different category, but I think we're going to leave it here for now. I might just put one in a different section just so everybody will know. Modified, no. United States. Everything else is already filled in, so date of creation, we're going to put 1880s as the date of creation. We need a measurement. Now, the cards we're doing are all the same size, so they are 3 1/4 here. That's the one length. And the other one is 5 3/8. So we're just going to change a few numbers here. I look at the condition and write that down in here. Card is in very good condition. It does show age-related wear, as the card was made in the 1880s. Please see the images of the actual item above for a better idea of the condition. And down here, I've got a generalized statement down here. Now, these are fairly pricey cards. If we go here to Terapeak, in fact, we can look at one right here. This is the same card here. This is one of the Shakespeare series. This last one sold for $307. Now, I've sold cards from Schlitz for quite some time, going back to the 1880s. And here's 3 other ones right here that we sold for $57 a piece. They're more common. Just depends on which card you have, which series it's from, and what the condition is as to the value. You can't get much rarer than these sorts of cards. So I'm going to actually put $475 on each one of the cards I'm listing right here. No auto accept or anything else like that. I'll just hear it from the person when they contact me, and we will go from there. In fact, I'm going to up it to $495 on all of them, regardless of the condition. Now from here, we're just going to slide down first class. I'm not going to do any minimum offer or accept or anything else like that. No promotions on this or anything else like that. Then we're just going to go ahead and list it. Now I'm going to list a couple of these real quick because all I have to do is change a few things to get them up. So I'm going to create a similar listing. I can delete all the photos, remove, come back in here. We're going to slide right back down. You got to have a little bit of an eye, I would gather, to know exactly where you're at, looking at the cards on these little tiny thumbnails, basically. But if you've done this a while and, you know, you've got a big enough screen and you can blow it up and all that kind of stuff, again, I'm going to do a close-up of the front of the card. So we're going to come right back down here and upload one more of the front. Slide it on over. Grab the front one. We're just going to rotate it. We're going to zoom in on this one, highlight the key areas, get the Schlitz sign in there, get rid of all the others. So when someone's sliding through on eBay, through the gallery, looking through what they want to look at, this is going to be blown up or you can't miss it. Anybody who knows this card series is going to instantly know what it is. So save that one. We got one more image to go. Just rotate this puppy here. Save it. Done. Okay, now the title is really easy too. We're just going to get rid of Richard, and all we're going to do is type in Shylock, and that is it. That's the only difference between this card's title and the other card's title. If I have more than one of the same card, obviously I can put in 1 and a 2 in the title, and it's free and clear. It's not a duplicate listing. It'll have different images and the whole works. So that's it. I'm going to do the same price, everything else. And I'm talking, we're spending a little more time than normally I would. So, you know, I'm not too worried about a few moments here at this point. It's going to give you the image there. We're just going to come back in here, create similar. And we're going to do another one. Now, I'm in my eBay store now, and we're in the hub. And these are the 8 cards that I just listed. You can see they're all Shakespeare, all the same. Unfortunately, I'm missing 1 card from the series. I have 2 of the same. I do believe this is an 8-card set, the way it looks like. So that's them up. It only took a few minutes. No big deal. It took me maybe 5 seconds at the very most to scan each card, and that's both sides. So it's an easy process. There's nothing to it. There's no need to ever go to a third-party app these days. As long as you're doing it from, say, a PC or laptop, it's really quick. I don't know about a phone or anything else like that. I don't use any third-party apps to list. The third-party apps that I've seen, every one of them takes me more time. But anyway, that's what I have for you today. Hopefully that gave you some ideas, some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
Why are women so happy about new Tickle antiperspirant? Is it because Tickle is the first roll-on with a big, wide ball? Is it because Tickle comes in 4 fresh fragrances? Or is it because Tickle helps keep you dry all day? Make yourself happy. Staying drier is nicer with a little Tickle.